Go.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to this installment of meals. So we've talked about movement, we've talked about mindfulness, and today we're going to talk about what we mean when we talk about meals at corporate meetings and events. So we're responsible for feeding everyone, right? So what we need to do is we need to think about people's dietary preferences as much as dietary restrictions and allergens. The truth of the matter is people leave their families, their loved ones, all their creature comforts at home to come to our events. So if we aren't catering to those things, then we're potentially leaving them in a place where they will actually physically leave your event to go find the food they're looking for. Now, what does that actually mean? I'm gonna break it down. So there is this concept that we need to embrace, which is giving people agency and giving people choices. So the choice is pasta salad, green salad, lean protein, maybe not so lean protein. So let's say you have your green salad, you have your pasta salad. They can choose, do they want the carbs, do they not want the carbs? Then they can choose, do they want grilled chicken or do they want the saucy ribs? Do they want dessert? Is their dessert whole fruit or is it cookies? Guess what? Who cares? The idea is that you're catering to both of those sides so that people can eat the way they'd like to eat. This is also one of the things you can do is you can even take the catering menu. You don't have to order only one page of the catering menu. You can actually split it. So you have 1,000 people, you do 500 to this page, 500 to this page. You can do that. It's okay. The other thing I want to talk about is what you feed people and when. There's a lot of studies out there right now that aren't peer reviewed yet, so please take this with a grain of salt, pun intended, about the impacts of a high protein breakfast on people that have ADD or ADHD. I had an old coworker who was a software engineer who said he suffered from ADD pretty bad, but when he had a high protein breakfast, he found he didn't feel the need to have to take his meds. Now I say that very disclaimer heavy because I am not diagnosing, I am not prescribing anything, but if there's a benefit to having a high protein breakfast, especially when you spend a bunch of money on a keynote, 25, 50 grand, or even your CEO is going to be on stage in the morning, with 25% of the population identifying as neurodiverse, why wouldn't you feed them appropriately so that they can absorb more content and pay attention? Now let's talk about evenings. Cocktails, mocktails, etc. Calorically conscious mocktails. I want you to get familiar with that term because if you give somebody a mocktail that has 8 different kinds of juices and 250 grams of sugar, you're actually not really doing them any favors. The mocktails need to be calorically conscious. The other thing is they need to look and feel like somebody's having a drink. The last thing anybody wants to do that has chosen not to drink is to have to justify why they don't drink. Because guess what? Who cares? It's none of your business, it's none of anyone else's business, but if they don't want to drink, give them the opportunity to not drink, but still be a part of your event and be around. Okay, last thing I want to talk about is smoothies. These crack me up because it happens all the time. Let's be healthy with smoothies. And then all they are is juice and flavored yogurt and ice cream. And we know about this. So if you're going to offer smoothies, please make sure that you offer protein to go with those smoothies to balance those macronutrients out. The best thing I've ever seen was in San Antonio at La Cantera. They actually had the macronutrients, so fat, carbs, and protein of their smoothies, which was phenomenal. You could even double up your protein if you want to. So that's it for today. Tomorrow we're going to talk about meeting, but there's some ideas for meals that you can take into your next planning session. Hope you enjoyed it.